Again, something to share. Now, one of the very important part here for us is basically we need to identify all the literature reviews that it's done, all right, in that area, okay? We identify around 9 literature review, all right, in that area by that time, and only one of them was systematic review. Now, we don't want to reproduce the same thing, right? So we're looking into the systematic literature with that one paper, and we identify, okay, it's not comprehensive enough. They didn't look into so many different ways. We're looking into, okay, what is their focus and how we can form our focus, which is different from that paper as well, right? So this part is really important because reviewer, they will ask you, okay, have you searched what are other people that publishing in this paper, right, in this area? So they need to know that you exactly done this correctly. So that's one component. You can present it in your paper as well. Now, you can actually look into publishing sources. For example, we're looking into Elsevier. Most of the papers, 45% of them, they've been published in Elsevier. Then 18% in Taylor and France. You can see from all those 110 papers, we summarize them and then we try to analyze what's actually happening, what's trending, which journals or databases they're publishing more in there, right? Which journals, for example, here you can see this journal, Expect System and With Application, they got the most publication, right? And it's Q1, of course, in this area. All right, so you can create, you can visualize all these things out of your work. We're looking into continent, we're looking into industry, we're looking into years. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so how is the publication going? You can see it's going up, right? So people are getting interested. Now, the question is, what happened, for example, here? Right? So you can raise this question for future research, right? So again, these are just some summary I can show you. Which countries that are done so much studies and what are the countries missing, right? That's the future direction. That's where when the researcher doing research in that country, they will cite your paper because you already identify this is missing there, right? So again, that's one thing. And also, we're looking into industry. Which industry they've done a lot, which industry they've done not much of research there. Again, these are all you can see. These are all the gaps, right? With the simple things. But yes, we read the papers to see, okay, what is their focus, where, I mean, years and stuff is easy to identify, but there are things that you really need to read the papers as well. You can just skim through them. Authors, okay, so we identify what are those main authors that publishing in this area. So that's one thing, main area of the focus. So, for example, you come out with some, what we call it, you come out with some of those areas of people focusing or publishing in that topic or discipline. For example, in machine learning, detection, optimization, and predictions are very important. So these are the main topic in machine learning, for example. So you can see the amount of publication, how it goes, and what is missing. So you can identify, all right, for example, detection, not much done in detection. That's the gap. That's the future research direction. Right? So again, these are the things you can identify exactly how things are. You can look into the research design, what methods they already use, what methods are very, very famous, what methods are not very famous, and why. Then you can raise a question, why this one is missing? Why, for example, 77% is this quantitative, right? So what is this quantitative? Mathematical model like fuzzy logic or whatever, right? So you can actually find and you can show it to the world that these are done a lot, but these parts are not done, right? So we can looking into it. And even if you're doing your own thesis, if you're doing your own master thesis honor, this is where you really need to look into it, right? So these are actually the exciting part of these papers. All right, some extra stuff. I'm not going through this one. We didn't do it for our paper, but I want to share. You can basically run, we call it network analysis for co-authorship, and then you identify clusters, right? What are the co-authors and how they are working together and stuff. There are different ways you can do it. There are softwares out there. You can use R programming as well. You can develop this. This is for another paper that we done. I just wanted to show you, this is not from our paper, but to show you what else you can do in one paper. So that shows those costs and you can summarize it. Okay, so example, these authors, they're working together a lot. These authors, for example, here, you can see they're working with each other, right? You can see those clusters and stuff as well. Again, these are some findings. Again, these are from other studies that I do co-author with another undergraduate student as well. So publication by team, publication by sub-team, you can categorize them. You can find some conceptual framework. You can identify those. Again, these are the things you can basically come out with, right? So I just wanted to show you different things that you can come out with this kind of papers. Now, the most important parts are defining gaps, limitation, and future directions, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass it to my co-author and my undergraduate students too, and she can go through this and she can share her inspiring stories and everything with you. And then at the end, when she finish, we can have a QA, and then we can go through all your questions at the same time. So